Greetings, Wastelanders. Cregen here with a quick Fallout 76 video. A few weeks ago, I posted this video on how to earn caps in-game, and one of the methods listed was to build a glue factory. Today, I'm going to show off an absolutely over-the-top camp centered around just making adhesive for crafting and repairs, or for player sales. But first, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, and to stay on top of new content and live streams, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Adhesive is one of those materials that most players find themselves short on at some point, being rather crucial to crafting and repair while at the same time very hard to find in scrap. Fortunately, there's an easy way to craft it, and once you get a few water purifiers going, it soon turns into a constantly regenerating resource. You don't need a lot to generate a decent supply, but, well, that's no fun. So instead of showing off a small-time setup, here's an entire factory dedicated to just adhesive production. But first things first, just like with any other camp, location is key. We need a lot of water, and unless you don't have the plans for a large purifier, in which case you should run some workshop defend events, we're going to need to build on or next to a large body of water. There's a location in the Mire just northeast of the retreat that's perfect for this. Not a lot of mob spawns, very little land, and the shallow water lets us place as many purifiers as our budget allows. So we're going to start by this boat here. We're going to place our camp module right on this island, but as far away from the boat as possible. It gives us the most water available. We're going to get rid of the existing camp here, and we're going to start from scratch. On this little base right here, we're going to drop a 2x2 platform, more or less in the middle, but we're going to try to go forward because we're running into the trees back there, so maybe a little closer to the boat might not be a bad thing. Move the module over here, and we're going to put a pair of fusion generators here because this is going to take a lot of power. Next, going to place 2 stories of stairs here, and the reason for that is the water purifiers don't like to fit underneath just the one platform, so we're going to raise that up high enough. A set of stairs on the front. Place 2 floors there. And then upstairs, we're going to place the upper floor garden. We want to wrap around 2 sides at the very least. And that is because we're going to place some walls underneath, and for whatever reason, they don't like to snap if there's already flooring in place. So we need to make sure that we have something for that to snap back to. Let's start putting in some glass walls just because. And you notice that doesn't want to snap in, so we're going to temporarily remove this piece. There we go. And put the flooring back in place. Same thing up here. Let's enclose this space, and as you can see, this doesn't want to place. Temporarily remove that. And now we can snap that back in place. For this location, we're going to go 2 squares in either direction from the main center. So out this far. 2 more this direction. Come on. And 2 more this way as well. Then we're going to enclose the entire space here with glass walls. Again, just because. Back down here, we're going to connect these 2 up. And then if you have the jail cell walls, I would place the door there. And I'll show you why in a minute. Then what you want to do is place these around the perimeter as tightly packed together as you can. And that way you can actually fit all 20 in. I don't know why it seemed to have deleted all of my purifiers from earlier. That's a shame, so I'm gonna have to create these. It's alright. Should have enough material for this. Alright, next what you want to do is wire these all up together. Oh, this guy's backwards. And then grab one of these two generators and connect through something that actually reaches. You can see I kind of slipped in between the bars there. Change this back to a glass wall, and you can see I keep my power intact. And let's just make sure that everything's all connected up. Looking good. Getting power to all 20 water purifiers. Excellent. Last couple things we're going to put in place. We need a stove up here. And because we're going to be spending a lot of time in dirty water, we're going to put a symptomatic here as well. Some doors to keep critters out. And there we go. In addition to purified water, there are 3 other ingredients we need to craft vegetable starch, which is what we'll use to break down into adhesive. And those are corn, potatoes, and mute fruit. Doing a search in Appalachia gives us several places we can check for those crops, and equipping Green Thumb will double the yield. Plant what you can, harvest with Green Thumb, and repeat. There's enough room to plant 48 of each crop, which should net you 24 vegetable starch at the stove, plus whatever Super Duper manages to proc. Each unit of vegetable starch breaks down into 2 adhesive, so factoring in Super Duper, you do get quite a bit back. And here we have the end result, an elevated greenhouse full of crops and a massive supply of purified water. Any excess water can be stored for the next batch or sold to vendor bots for caps. Well folks, that wraps up this week's video. Hopefully this should get you ahead in your stockpile of adhesive, or if you intend to sell, keep a nice trickle of caps coming in through your vendor. If you're watching this as a premiere, I'll be wrapping up the Outer Worlds DLC, The Murder on Eridanos, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/Cregen Gaming. Otherwise, you can catch me on Sunday mornings as well, currently playing The Witcher 3 starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Cregen, and I hope to see you all in the next video.